What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Steve's Random Stuff. Today I am back out in the garage. As you can see, I'm getting my tackle ready and my boat in order for our upcoming Redwood Empire Bass Club tournament. This month's tournament for September will be at Clearlake, launching out of Fifth Street in Lakeport. So looking forward to getting back up there. It'll be 3 weeks since my last outing on the lake. Up there Labor Day weekend with my son and grandson. Had a great time, caught a ton of fish. So hopefully the bite's still on. This coming weekend, it is Wednesday today, and just getting my stuff ready. So got a bunch of baits here. I don't have all the rods out. I got a few things in the rod locker. I got my Mr. B spinner bait, which I always have tied on. I got a frog just in case I come up to some areas where I think there might be some frogging, and a couple of spinning rods, a drop shot, and a Ned rig. So those are kind of the extra rods in there. They're kind of the what if rods. And so kind of go through what I have out here, no in particular order of what I have. First is my other spinning rod. This is a 1/4 ounce shaky head with a robo worm. This is a 7-inch oxblood red flake robo worm. I trim a little bit off the head, if you can see that. This has the corkscrew keeper on there, so I cut just the tip of it off just so it's flat, and it makes it easier to screw that in. And then this is my G Loomis IMX Pro rod. It's kind of a medium heavy rod. I love this for shaky head. This is kind of my dedicated shaky head rod with that Tatula 3000 on here for the spinner reel, with some 12-pound, I think it's Suffix braid, with a 10-pound leader on that. So caught a lot of fish on the shaky head last time out. Color really didn't seem to matter. I used light colors, dark colors in the evenings and early mornings. I used almost a black color. But just sticking to the oxblood on that. Alrighty, this one here, I decided to just go ahead and tie this on. Again, I don't really throw this too much. This is the trash fish, all-American trash fish. You know, Bob Tyler, if you watch his reports, he's always has this tied on. It's his go-to bait. I have never actually caught a fish on a trash fish. I've thrown them quite a bit, but not a ton. It's not a confidence bait for me, but if I get into some open waters, kind of along some of the tule edges and stuff, where I think a swim bait might produce, I'll go ahead and pull this out and throw it. This is a 6-inch light hitch color, as you can see there. So that's, you know, kind of the big fish bait. We can get a limit early, then maybe I'll pull that out and throw that throughout the day. And it's a beast hook on there with weight, so I can get that down a little deeper and just try some different areas. Another bait that will probably be on the bottom of the rod box, but again, just in case, is a Neko Rig Senko in the orange crawl color on that one. So I think it's a 15-pound line on the Tatula reel. Alrighty, let's see here. Next up we got here is a Mr. B swim jig, and the hitch color, kind of like gold head. I had this tied on like last month. This is a Strike King swim bait on there, so I like throwing the swim jigs around the grass as well, and kind of mix that up with the spinner bait. So can't go wrong with the Mr. B baits as always. So gotta have a swim jig. I think it's that time of year as those fish start migrating and chasing the bait that the swim jig should produce. A couple other reaction baits I got here. I got a couple crankbaits. Hopefully the crankbait bite is turning on. I got a little deeper bait. This is a Lucky Craft. I don't remember the model on it. It's kind of worn off, as CB 350 and the citrus shad. And then this is an evergreen in the olive shad, the square bill, something a little shallower. So a couple different crankbaits to cover the depths. Seems like those fish are in that 5 to 15 foot range, so that should cover the depths there. If we get up shallow, I can throw the square bill, get out a little deeper. Around some of the deeper docks, I can throw the other one. I'm not sure if color matters. Shad colors I know some people have been catching them on crawdad colors, the red craw. So got a little bit of each there. I think on the shallower waters where maybe there's some bluegill, the olive shad will probably be really well in those conditions. And then we kind of get into my flipping baits and kind of my workhorses for this coming tournament. I got a 3/4 ounce dark sleeper on there. Again, kind of the same similar type of colors with that red and orange. I generally like throwing the 1 ounce, but I figured I'd downsize for this one and go with a 3/4 ounce on that. Again, it's a 20-pound Suffix Invisex on a 8-to-1 reel Tatula. And another flipping bait, a little lighter flipping bait for some of the sparse grass. Strike King Rage Bug, and kind of again a similar color. 5/16 ounce weight. I actually downsized my weight a little bit for this tournament. I had been throwing a 1/2 ounce, and I want to try something a little lighter, and I didn't want to go to a 1/4. I thought that might be a little too light. 3/8, and then I have some 5/16, so I went with the 5/16, kind of in between. So got that one, and let's see, a couple more here. So for the heavy punching, for the heavy work, this is my Dobyns Champion Extreme HP rod, 795 flip. This rod is just a beast. It is heavy, but it can handle pretty much anything. 1.5 ounce tungsten flipping weight on there, 4/0 heavy duty hook on there, and then a D-bomb in the watermelon red. So that's kind of set up 50-pound Power Pro braid. And this is an old Revo, and I probably showed this before. Just an old Revo. It's 7-to-1, I think. I forget. Yeah, 7-to-1 ratio. Good reel, really durable. Like I said, I've had this thing for years. So this would be my heavy punch rig with 1.5 ounce weight. I wanted to go to 1.25 ounces, but I didn't have one. I actually lost that last time out, and I went to the store today, and all they had was 1 ounce, and excuse me, they had 1 ounce and 1.5 ounces, so I went with the 1.5 ounces. Seems like 1 ounce is in some cases is just not enough to get through some of the thicker vegetation. So 1.5 ounces, you can flip back into the deep stuff. This will be kind of my workhorse for the weekend. For that big heavy stuff, and I'll probably be starting off with that. And then last but not least, here is Mr. B jig. This is, if you watched my unboxing video a few weeks ago, he sent me some of these new. This is a new color, and this is like a 3/8 ounce jig. I don't think it's 1/2 ounce. I don't recall. But anyways, I got that paired up with the new 6 Cents Bodega little creature bait on there. It's got those big flapping legs. They almost look like bunny ears sticking up to me, and kind of that red bug color. And so kind of finessing, kind of downsized my jig for this tournament again, and just kind of finessing it. Again, open water areas, under docks, around docks, outside of tule edges and stuff. Some rock piles, I can throw that, and I have that on the Phoenix. This is a FTX series rod, courtesy of Lakeport Bait and Tackle. So thanks, Robbie, again for this. And I have that paired up with an 8-to-1 Tatula Daiwa on there with those 20-pound Seaguar fluorocarbon. So that's the lineup I have for this weekend. Sit out here in the garage. It's probably 9 degrees out here, so I'm just sipping on some water, bubble water. So no beers today. I know you've probably been kind of waiting to see what I was drinking, but no beers this week, so just kind of chilling out. So that's kind of my lineups. Fishing with somebody I haven't fished with before, and so it should be fun. It's always fun fishing with somebody new, and looking forward to getting back out there. Like I said, it'll be like 3 weeks since I've been on the water last. Been pretty busy on the weekends, so hopefully you get out there, have a good time. I think we got about 12 or 13 boats signed up, so again, good turnout. Should be good weather. Looking forward to it. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the water.